Greetings, gentle viewers. Welcome to the ultimate lame opening of a Bittersweet Gamers episode. I'm We Squared.
My God, I'm depressed just listening to you.
No, you're the opinionator.
How pathetic. Just how pathetic. Speaking of pathetic, let's find out about the Ultimate Despair's plan to bring despair to all mankind. Really, what the heck are we gonna do? Okay, Junko's already getting tired of exposition. There's gonna come a point where we still have to work some stuff out. All right, fine. But then what? We have to convince her to execute herself. And even if she does, is she even gonna be like all that upset about it?
Probably not.
The way she acts, she'll be like, oh, despair, it's so wonderful. And then we'll be stuck at school and like, okay, now what? The end?
Right?
It's like, doesn't it seem like there's gonna be something?
Yeah.
So let's find out what it is. The ultimate despair. All mankind.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school.
Time for more info dump.
School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness.
I like that Sakura keeps playing with Hifumi's hair.
I wonder why. Maybe she's like, dude, you seriously need to work out some. And so she just tries to be friendly with him to get him, to convince him. I don't know, she does that a lot. Maybe she really got along with him.
Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
Boo on your attitude.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year.
Right, then the tragedy and this missing year, the one that I was like, I don't know if this really happened or not. I mean, apparently it did.
Right.
Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
Like, what was this event? Like, an invasion of Monokuma robots?
Right? There's one at least.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
And is that the name they decided on? The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Did a fifth grader name this?
Maybe.
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
I mean, what, did everybody just go completely insane due to something they put in the air or the water?
It does seem like a battle happened in school, in that one room.
Yeah, it's like everyone just went berserk or something like that.
What are you?
Air purifier. Maybe you're onto something.
Oh, yeah. Like, either way, either it really did purify the air to get it out of the air.
Yeah. Or it's the memory inducer or whatever.
Or that it spread the thing through the school in the first place, but probably the former.
Yeah.
That would explain why the ultimate physicist or whatever is the one who made it.
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history.
Yeah.
And the ultimate despair that caused it.
Like, she and Mukuro aren't the only members.
No.
What, I mean,
there's presumably at least 2 more.
Well, would that truth bullet show 5? But, I mean, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
However many of them there actually are, like, it's an organization capable of bringing down the world, so there's probably not a bunch of high school students. Or maybe it is. I mean,
who knows?
I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
Wouldn't it have to be an organization?
Yeah.
They have so much money and expertise.
And resources.
Yeah.
A giant robot? Come on!
You don't make a giant robot and stomp through the city smashing all the buildings without kind of a lot of stuff.
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing.
Who do they think they are? Pol Pot or something?
Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
That leaves more credence to something in the air, don't you think?
I mean, it kind of is a natural phenomenon, but not really what she's talking about.
Right.
everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
And see, that's the part where it just breaks down. You know, I guess it really is a total depravity sort of thing.
Well, if that's the case, then that explains the TV show thing.
I mean, maybe.
If everyone's
maybe.
overcome with despair and depravity.
The world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Hating everything.
Okay, so let's get back to the story.
Well, I know it's boring for you, but...
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors.
So we were all that was left, okay.
The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left. And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once!
We can check the transcript if we forget.
So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
That's hence why it's completely sealed off from the outside world.
Yeah.
I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
The headmaster.
Right. Now, let's also keep in mind that 2 of the members of the 78th class were Ultimate Despair.
That's true.
Meaning they were in here the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Does that have anything to do with what was going on outside, though? Could they have left? Did they not want to leave? Did they
that's
just
a
want to
good
mess
question.
around here?
Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Hope's Peak blah 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 Junko. No, it's the headmaster.
The Prime Minister!
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside.
Hence why Makoto was saying when he was...
Can't leave.
Yeah, when he was sick, with the extremely short, deadly illness that lasted for like 12, 20 hours or something,
Yeah.
was fine. He's like, no, we have to stay here forever. I mean, isn't that also like completely running away from problems, though? Like, rather than staying holed up in a shelter...
True, but if it is some sort of contagion, despair contagion, then
Well,
there's
we
not
don't-
much they could. I mean,
That's true.
yeah, I get, but that is
Hiding-
making an assumption there.
Hiding away in a shelter, if it's something like that, would make more sense. Also, where does the food come from?
Hey, you're right.
It's like, since we've established that we're in a physical location and it's a post-apocalyptic scenario and we're not like hundreds of years into the future, who refills the food?
Yeah.
Who's making the food?
Unless there was just a ridiculous amount of saved up resources.
But
That would make it finite then.
But they're getting look. There's fresh meat and fresh vegetables and
Yeah.
fresh fruits. I mean, it's not like the end of the universe out there. There's something of a sort of society left, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe not, but that's sort of the way I'm looking at it.
Well, this might be one of those things we're not supposed to think too hard on.
Well, the reason that I'm assuming that is because somebody's going out to the market and buying fresh food. Like, really? Is it they just sending Monokuma robots?
I guess.
That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes.
Well, you were asked too.
Yeah.
If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
It does say something pretty nice about the headmaster that he had that much confidence in them.
Yeah.
Do you think that the headmaster is Makoto's dad? Sure,
That
looked
looks
like it.
That looks like that looks like his head, and there's a reason they're not showing us his face.
And they only did that one time. in that picture from Makoto's video.
Uh-huh.
Seems like it.
Seems like him.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Just like with not showing Junko's face, there's a reason they're not showing it.
Yeah.
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea.
So these two were just trapped inside too.
He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe
I see.
So I guess the rest of the ultimate despair is dealing with whatever's going on outside.
I guess so.
became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
So, does this mean then, like again, was it just an accident that they were here? Or is there some special meaning to these two infiltrating Hope's Peak? Or was it just a coincidence? They just happened to be scouted for admission into Hope's Peak and so just went with it?
Maybe?
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
Hope's Peak would seem like a pretty obvious target for the ultimate despair.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's its status as a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like the idea of... I'm not talking about this situation with these individuals. I'm talking about, like pull it back a little.
Uh-huh.
I don't like the idea of putting... Of putting, like, all of my hope for the future of the world on a bunch of ultra elites. I understand that it's a meritocratic thing, but just like saying that only individuals of great talent move the world.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I kind of don't like that.
I agree with you.
I mean, isn't that in a way denying the agency of everyday people? And
Yeah.
I refuse to do that.
Well, I mean, Makoto's here, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not talking about, like, what the headmaster
Yeah,
did or
yeah.
these individuals. I'm just
Mean on a broader sense.
like in a broader sense. In a specific sense, I have no complaints about anything.
Right.
I mean, look at these people. What's wrong with them?
Right.
I mean, heck, Byakuya probably wasn't even a dick.
I mean, he didn't seem to socialize with them much, but yeah.
Well, after that much time, you know, nobody ever said that they didn't. That there were, like, people who were on the outside or something like that. So after that much time, he must have had something.
Like an amicable relationship, at
Well,
least?
he's like that now, where it's, you know, there's some distance. True, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
No, he's not, like, openly hostile. Anyway, that's enough, I suppose.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
Makes sense.
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
How were they planning on getting food?
Through the magic kitchen.
I mean, do they have, like, look, if they just have, like, some giant orchard down below with fields and, like, a manufacturing facility that can manufacture Protein X or whatever it was called.
Protein zyme?
Yeah, Protein Zyme X. You know, there's a lot of things that you can just store up, but there's some things that you're gonna have to keep producing, so...
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in
No,
here.
you can't blame us for that.
Yeah.
You're the one who caused that to happen, so you can't laugh at us for that.
Right.
I mean, I guess you can, but if you're trying to prove a point, then it's gonna fail.
Well, we've already seen that she doesn't necessarily care about playing by the rules.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work.
And another thing, it saved me a ton of time, she said. So what, this was their goal from the beginning?
I guess so.
But like you said, I guess from their age and probably already being at the school, this would kind of make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're taking out monuments.
Yeah.
So I guess that's fine.
Mount Monokuma more. It's
Yeah.
like 4 Monokumas.
Look, my only deal is I'm trying to understand what is happening.
Right.
And thus began the killing game.
I'm not trying to say, like, look at how bad Juko is at being an ultimate despair. Like, I'm trying to understand
Right, no, I understand.
what they're doing.
Me and Mukuro have come here.
Yeah,
spending
like you
the
just
last
said.
2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Ah.
I see.
Only let us live, so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
I bet Mukuro's the one who killed all the other people here. All the other students.
You might be right.
I mean, she is the ultimate soldier, and it's not like any of the other students could really put up a fight.
Well, the tragedy made its way here. We still don't really know what that is.
Right.
Okay, so if that is specifically what they were doing, like Hope's Peak was the target.
Right.
They already were here, and all of it was to broadcast this.
Yeah.
So, okay, that means I was also right about the society, too, about how there's some sort of a society
Yeah.
left. You know, we'd always rejected the broadcast thing, or I had anyway, pretty strongly, but like I pointed out, as soon as we got more information, it's like, well, if it's a post-apocalyptic thing out there,
yeah.
that's different, because then my
a lot of
objections...
other stuff makes sense.
Yeah, then my objections, well, that's answered. So that does make sense. There's nobody who could
Save them. Or intervene. Intervene?
Yeah, there's
Intervene?
nobody who could intervene. So if this was just blasted out everywhere, I mean, I suppose in some ways, like, us winning is also like a symbol of fight back, world.
Yeah.
So in that sense, we really are here to save the world.
Basically, yeah.
Why? Why would you do that?
I'm telling you, showing children murdering each other is going to be an effective propaganda tool, considering what else they're doing. Again, stomping around with giant Monokuma robots through cities, things have clearly gotten really bad.
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch.
They always are.
Yeah.
Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
Hey. Okay. What if people did try and come to help, and this was bait to lure them out?
Maybe.
That seems to be what she's implying here. Like, anyone who did come and try and help were crushed by the ultimate despairs.
Perhaps the sort of person that would come and help, or the sort of group, was the sort of group that needed to be done away with.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Wow, it would seem that there's a little bit left
Yeah.
out there.
There we go.
A few souls unwilling to give up hope.
Because who's just gonna roll over and say, okay, destroy the world, please? I mean,
Right?
I mean, some people.
No, I refuse to believe that humanity as a whole would give up like that.
Yeah, I agree. There's no reason to assume that humanity would.
So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, I mean, that was the broadcast.
Right? It's gonna be despair. It's not gonna be despair.
Duh! What? J-U-C... Hijack. Okay.
Ah.
Interesting. If
No,
they
there's
had...
a T in here.
Okay. If they had to hijack it, that does mean that like all of these things out there are still operating in society, though admittedly to a lesser degree. Okay?
Yeah.
So if it's not hijack, then it's hijack.
Huh.
It's just there's more weird letters.
Okay, I didn't know that they actually did throw in letters that weren't related.
Well, maybe they are now.
That's true.
I mean, there we go. Like, it's what makes this one hard, right?
I see.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Well, the same could be said of hope, Miss Smarty Pants.
If you've locked these people up and taken away their memories and then started to encourage them to do it by baiting them and lying, you're creating an unnatural situation.
That's true, which kind of fits her mindset, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times when the big bad is trying to make a point like this, it doesn't work because they don't understand.
Well, I suppose part of the point isn't that under normal circumstances the students wouldn't do it, but rather under a certain circumstance the students would do it.
Yeah.
That is really what more of what the point is. Of course, all this faffing around about despair and disease and hope is a little... It's like flowery sorts of language that really disguises something extremely simple, which is that this group is trying to destroy the world, has achieved some success, and they're also completely screwing up our lives, and furthermore using it as a symbol for other people.
Yeah.
It's like that. These are the things that actually matter here.
Right?
Isn't the power of television just amazing?
Yeah, because how great is it going to be when we beat you up?
Yeah.
By the way, since we started broadcasting,
Yep.
a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
No, like I was saying.
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds,
Oh, God.
I had no problem expelling them.
Geez, are there no military forces left?
How can there be with giant Monokuma robots going around?
It's true.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world.
I mean, you know, exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
That's the explosion Yasuhiro heard.
Ah, there we go.
We were so hung
It
up.
was a Gatling gun.
It was.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, I'm glad to see that indeed people came. It's just that under this circumstance, people not being able to make it in is plausible.
Yeah, they were just unprepared.
Well, not just that, but the circumstances they're in, they can't really be prepared.
Right.
Like, you know, one of my main complaints was always, why hasn't anybody come?
They have.
But people had.
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Hell yeah!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
Yeah, fortunately, we don't have any memories of you being our friend.
Screw you!
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless?
Hell no, it doesn't. Here's the thing. Okay, stuff is really bad out there, all right? We understand that. But with stuff being that bad, people still tried their best and gave their lives to make this situation right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Sakura killed herself.
I mean,
For us.
to try and make the situation right. And people outside ended up sacrificing their lives to try and fix this. What it means is everyone is responding to this, I mean, kind of the best they can. It doesn't mean everyone's all happy, dippy, dappy, hunky-dory, tickety-boo, or whatever.
The hell was that?
I have no idea what that was. But not everybody has given up. Because
Correct.
why should everybody give up? Look at everyone here. Has everyone here given up?
They might be struggling with it right now, but not yet.
And for that matter, Junko is in a corner.
That's true. All she can do is just beat us down philosophically.
But if it doesn't work, if the psychological attacks don't work,
Then she's boned.
she already said she'd have to execute herself. Now, sure, she doesn't really care that much. But what happens when the end of the killing game is we win,
Yeah.
not them? If she wants to talk about how much of a symbol, like, the situation isn't actually all that bad for us in that regard, because
Right.
in the current battle, we're actually winning. Unless there's stuff we don't know
I
about.
mean, we still have to figure out the other mysteries.
We'll deal with this crap.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at how
yeah.
much he's expositing. By us not giving up, even Makoto, he always grows a spine when things actually are really bad.
Yeah.
Man, no, this is just the absolute opposite. It just shows that even in the worst situations,
Yeah. There's still
everyone
hope.
tries their best. Or some people do.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Man, it really sucks! And everyone here is going to be dealing with that the rest of their lives. But that doesn't change what we have to do.
Right.
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what?
Well, that explains giving us information all over the place.
Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial.
What, putting humanity on trial, perhaps?
Guess.
If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
I still disagree with that.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
And you can have both at the same time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how would anybody who's ever experienced tragedy in their life, which is everyone that's alive, okay, at some point, everyone is going to experience tragedy, and different people have experienced tragedy to different degrees. Okay, otherwise, why does anybody go on?
Yeah.
Why don't we all
There'd
just
be no point.
kill ourselves right now?
Right?
Because we don't operate that way.
That's not how we operate.
It's just, this isn't factually correct.
That's how broken people operate. Like Junko.
Not that type of broken. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Truth, full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless.
Correct.
We did talk about that.
I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
That's the point.
I said it every time.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
That's bullshit because you took our memory.
We did choose to lock ourselves up here.
But the only reason we started murdering each other is because she took our memory and then presented the situation the way she wanted us to see
this
it.
isn't the
So that is not an apples to apples comparison.
Yeah, this is not the correct way to look at it. Part A of the sentence and part B of the sentence have drastically different
This is just her psychological attack.
And furthermore, Makoto, Kyoko, Byakuya, Aoi, Yasuhiro, Toko, even Genocide Jill, we haven't been murdering anybody.
Well, to be fair, 3 of those people tried.
And even Kyoko fought back kind of ridiculously in the 5th trial. Well, Makoto never has.
Byakuya hasn't either.
He talked a big game
Oh,
about
he talked
it,
about it, yeah.
but
But it's like Asahina tried to kill them all. Genocide Jill tried to kill Sakura, and so did Yasuhiro. So Toko has it.
No,
Now remember, Toko passed out.
That was total self-defense with Genocide Jill.
Well, yeah, I understand, but yeah, I guess that's right. Okay, yeah, you're talking from that angle. All right, so really just...
But that's a fair angle because Genocide Jill is also a serial killer.
Yeah!
So bizarrely, it's Makoto and Byakuya.
Right?
And Byakuya.
And Byakuya.
But I mean, Byakuya did his part of talking it all up, so... How interesting. How interesting. That kind of says something about words and actions, doesn't it?
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
But with the memories gone, you didn't know that!
Can't factor that in.
That makes a difference! God, hang in there, man.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Wow.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already.
That...
So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
Oh, come on.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it.
And vice versa, too. It's just evil.
Plain and simple.
No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but
Makoto, do it.
there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
That's true.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself.
I mean, I said that we can't necessarily trust what she shows on the monitor.
That is true. There were those noises, though. Like, that Yasuhiro heard. Well, anyway.
That's true.
But Makoto is right. I mean, even I was expecting there to be, like, the big open-up reveal, but it was monitors after all, just after you said that. And it was ridiculous stuff, like a giant robot.
Yeah, and like guys in hood, like helmet, like Monokuma helmets.
In a riot. Well,
and like the monuments.
And
Come
like
on.
World wonders being placed with Monokuma heads.
So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Well done. Well done, Makoto Naegi. Well done. I appreciate this a lot.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
What do cats have to do with this?
Shut up, God!
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all gunners for sure.
There has to be something about it, though, because the headmaster did ask them to live here forever, and they agreed.
Right.
So there's something.
I don't think that's what Makoto is doing, though.
Right.
Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Yeah, we'll trust you. Shut up.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
Well done.
For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
Make no mistake about that.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
Except your sister. I mean, never mind the fact that she's full of shit about everything else, but she did kill her sister.
That's true.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
She's just rationalizing away her own part in everything.
Right.
All right, Makoto, nail her.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
But
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
she appears to be having a conversation with herself.
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple!
Yes.
You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
Yes!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh?
How can you take no responsibility for any of it, but then take the whole thing and try to present it as your climax and crown jewel of your plan?
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
Yes?
Well, what do you want us to do then? We'll finish this stupid trial.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you?
Okay,
And also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
Uh-oh! What if it's some sort of vote from the world?
Well, let's see.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair.
If we're just voting, there's no way the majority wouldn't just vote for Junko.
No. I mean the people watching.
I understand what you're
okay.
saying, but I'm talking about
if it's down to that, no,
that's
she's
why,
boned.
just like how I've mentioned it before, that's why you have to pick somebody else. Or I mean that's why you have to do these different rule changes.
Right.
Because otherwise the rules can just be exploited that we would automatically win.
I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished.
Okay?
If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
See, this is what makes me think she's talking to the people watching.
That is a good point. Isn't that also like, well, enough banter, enough making your case. I've done most of the talking through all this because I'm the one in charge.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one person?
Because there's no reason to think that anyone here would not vote for Junko.
Which is why we have to... I mean, even if Yasuhiro were to just completely freak out and break apart, he's not going to...
Yeah, he's still gonna vote for Junko.
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Right?
Well, I mean, consider what Asahina did. What Sakura was doing was different. She was making a point, and it worked. Sakura's suicide gambit actually worked, and it brought everybody together, and it brought an end to the killing game. So I'm not counting that, but, I mean, Asahina, consider what she was doing.
Right.
She did that. I understand what you're saying about the outside world, and that would be really interesting if it happens. But at this point, is anybody here going to be different? Okay.
Maybe Byakuya.
Really?
He is the most shattered one right now. We have not seen him. Every time we've seen him, he's been in that completely kind of
Like
breaking down state.
And then just being quiet. Okay, so we know Makoto and Kyoko.
Yeah, I think Byakuya is the concern. Because of the Togami.
Man, do you remember
I believe in him.
Do you remember? Yeah, I believe in him too. When you remember what he said, like, I'm going to win this game, and I'm going to punish you. After all of this, like, here's a chance to vote to punish the person who caused all the misfortune in your life. All you have to do is hit that button, and it's direct. How is he not going to do that?
I think he will too. I'm just saying that he is the current concern.
I guess I am concerned about the other two. And even Toko, really. Somebody's
Well,
moody
Jill's
as
in
that.
control right now.
How is that better? I
Well,
actually...
Jill's certainly not going to vote to kill Masker.
She wants to kill him herself.
Yeah, there's no fun that way.
Okay, that may count. That may work. Well, anyway, man, I wonder how it's going to go. Because it could be like the worldwide thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, how would you vote, though?
Some phone number, I don't know.
That would be pretty interesting. Sort of like the Dragon Ball Z ending.
Yeah. Makoto throws a spirit bomb.
No. And maybe it's even going to like sort of go through everybody leading up to their vote. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably won't. It probably won't. But it's just when Makoto has asked these questions before, it's always been like a groaner. Sometimes we've been like, dude, why are you so stupid, right? But this is different.
Yeah.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys...
The person that needs to be doing the talking right here is Makoto. He needs to just keep going.
You'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing.
That's your punishment.
I see.
With her, no
I
less.
see.
Well,
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Hold on now. If we punish you, we can still live here if we want. Why would we have to go out if the world's a shit show?
where are we getting our food?
Somewhere!
Like, really?
We can find out!
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
I mean, if it's all automated, then it doesn't matter if she's alive or not. Do you really think that the Monokuma robot goes down to the grocery store?
Maybe they do! Even if it is all automated, it's not gonna work forever, right? Unless they are growing it all themselves. But why do they have some secret banana orchard? I mean, if it was just a large stock of canned food, but that's not what they're getting.
Right. This all just seems really suspicious. I mean, it's always seemed suspicious.
Right, of course. Well, also, she's saying, what about the world that we live in now? Okay, so it's true that most likely a random person isn't going to be dead within a day, but do you think that there is no suffering in the world? There's suffering all over the world.
Yeah.
All over it to different degrees in different places. And even though this, like, I mean, we're Americans, obviously, even here, there's an enormous amount of suffering.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most prosperous places in the whole world. Like, all throughout, everywhere in the world, there's suffering. Is she saying that if there's suffering, it's just not even worth it? That you can't experience any like fear or trepidation, or it's just not worth it?
Well, that's her twisted viewpoint.
That's just wrong.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb!
Ah, hell.
Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it
Well,
down!
then why would they vote for us against you?
Makoto, you're up!
Me?
So we really are gonna go through everybody and enter our vote like this, huh?
Just vote against Junko. Jesus.
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them.
Live and Makoto dies, or
Live and Junko dies. This still
If a
doesn't.
single person votes for Hope to be punished,
This still doesn't seem like it's that tempting to vote against, for Junko.
yes, I agree. But she doesn't understand that.
then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
How are you gonna enforce that?
Yeah, she'll be dead.
I mean,
Well, who knows? But you're right. I mean, even on such a simple level as that.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
Oh, so she's saying, I'm not gonna execute myself even though that was the original agreement, and for that matter, I'll turn on the Gatling guns outside and kill you.
wow.
Well,
Must be nice to change the rules however you see fit.
do you know how many escape attempts there were in concentration camps in World War II and in Soviet gulags?
A lot?
A lot.
Yeah.
There were a lot. And a lot of people died.
Because that alternative was better than what they were going through.
I mean, it was worth facing death. It was worth facing death.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
But they've been trying to escape so far, so whatever, just go.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence?
Are you afraid of being punished?
She had to target him kind of for the others. What I'm saying is if she picked Yasuhiro, nobody would vote for Yasuhiro like that.
Right.
She had to pick for the person who's... She had to pick the person who's kind of been, like, haranguing everyone. Never mind the fact that...
He was right.
That he was right, and he's been, like, the emotional heart of all of this, and he's been pushing all the trials forward. He's the person who, like, went relentlessly after the truth all the other times. He's the only option to actually convince anybody to do it, but, I mean, surely nobody's gonna.
I don't think they will.
Don't you have faith in your friend?
And shaking him up here like this can actually shake him up. But you can fight through this, man.
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against you.
There's just stuff she doesn't understand.
Guys?
Notice
I've shown Kyoko.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all.
He didn't try to trap them. He asked them and they agreed.
Right.
They all had the choice.
The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
It was voluntary. That was the whole point.
Kyoko!
But it's the ammo that she has, so she has to use it.
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair!
Hell yes.
That's the answer.
We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Really? So we have to beat down everyone?
I guess.
Okay, what do you got? 10 minutes.
We won't give up.
With his
As
like
long as there's hope,
19
we'll never
segments.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Good gosh, this is huge.
That's the one.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here
The air
is
purifier.
thanks to the air
Yeah.
purifiers in the physics lab.
This is like the ultimate challenge, isn't it? Like the final one?
If I die,
Yeah.
the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I don't really care.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do?
Remember hope and blast
Will you
everybody
just
with it?
die? Is that
Do you
what
like
want?
maybe like remember hope on the very first line and then like hit something
Yeah.
that changes it and we have to take that and just kind of
Yeah,
keep
I,
moving on
I think
through?
you're right.
Maybe. I mean, okay, that is what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting. And we took damage for that, huh?
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
right. Just like we thought. Okay.
We won't give up.
No.
As long as there's
No
hope,
white
we'll
noise
never
either.
give up.
You're right.
How did
If
it?
I were to die, that would be
I call
the end of
hacks!
Hope's
It
Peak
floated
Academy.
away and made us
By the way,
miss.
the
Hope is so fleeting.
thanks to the
Shut up, Billy!
Okay, be very
We
careful,
won't
David.
give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
There!
end of Hope.
Da-da-da. I just don't want to miss.
Yes!
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
Come on, Yasuhiro. Wait a minute. Should we aim for the people towards the end? Well, we'll see.
But to live means moving forward, right?
Yes.
So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
That's
No.
right.
I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me.
That's right, Yasuhiro.
So that's why. That's why. No matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feeling.
Yes!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope,
Yes.
we'll never give up.
Okay.
If I Hope's
I've decided to have faith
I like
in
this.
myself.
Yes!
Father,
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Don't lose hope now.
I like that it's don't lose hope now.
Yes.
I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
You know exactly what she'd do.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm.
And then punch that bear in the
sounds
face.
like something she'd say, right?
Yeah, it is.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
She wanted everyone here to escape.
Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
Good job.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Here, say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
Okay.
If I've been living with...
Don't lose hope now.
What are you gonna say?
I don't care either way. Whichever one is more interesting.
That'll be the one outside, okay?
Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school.
Shocker.
Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
I vote for staying in here.
No! Okay, isn't it sad for Toko, though?
Yeah.
We won't give up. As long as there's
Oh,
hope,
shit!
we'll never give up.
Whew!
if I were to die,
You know, if we have to keep going through the front end of this all the time, I'm actually concerned we might get pretty close on time.
the air outside is
Yeah, I know.
totally
That's why I was
amazing.
saying going
Thanks to
towards the
air
end.
purifiers and the
I
same
see, that's what, okay. Wasn't it the same amount of time either way?
purifiers with another-
I can keep on living as long as I have my Master's love.
All of you.
Kyoko didn't have one, so
Correct.
it's just Byakuya.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yep.
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair.
Don't lose hope now.
Take a hold of that pride, Byakuya, and use it to make the right choice.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous.
Not necessary, huh?
It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Well done.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
I still don't like you.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind.
It's right here.
Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
That's true.
Yes.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
I must have been putting on a
We
pretty
won't give
pathetic
up.
face to have you concerned about
As
me,
long as there's
Makoto.
hope, we'll
No,
never give up.
What?
If I were to die,
Oh, it's fine.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Ah,
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
let's fire that off.
The only reason we're okay in here
Yeah.
What's up?
is thanks to the air purifiers
Oh,
in the
That
physics lab.
photo, that's gotta be the photo.
Yeah.
That the music changed. That's why
Uh-huh.
Kyoko didn't have one before. She has
Yeah.
to be the last one, and this is where things are different.
Yep.
And we still have enough time to do it one more time anyway.
Yes.
The communal life you
It has
have
to be
been
the photo,
living
right?
will come
Yeah,
to
it
an
has to be.
end. I can keep on
Because it shows that he cares.
as long as I have my master's love. All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
Okay.
So,
gonna be the last
what
one.
are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
All right, Kyoko. What? It isn't it?
Is it Hope?
Shoot!
Okay.
Oh crud! I should have taken a moment to look at the other one. Let's try Hope.
I guess. Using the same.
Thematically, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Come on.
By the way, the only reason for this is
Because if this is wrong, I think we really will run out of time.
the communal life.
Okay. Well, I mean, I thought it would be
It was
better.
worth a shot.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here.
That's true.
I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand?
Yeah. Yeah. That's really one of the best lines in the game.
Right?
Could it be that? No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
Really?
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
Really?
We're the ultimate hero!
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
I think it's a fitting name.
What the hell are you?
Oh.
Okay, I gotta take a look at some stuff now. Special ability, Ultimate Despair?
Really?
So why does the report card say Ultimate Despair?
I don't know.
So uncool.
Now we're gonna shoot her with us.
Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other.
What's wrong, Junko? You're not cracking, are you?
Are you giving in to despair?
You're welcome.
Have you lost hope?
It's all so uncool, so unhip.
Like, I know, we're totally not nihilistic enough for you.
Man!
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still...
Oh, here we go.
Darn it!
You suck!
Ah!
So uncool!
Oh, God.
Dare to stand against
Ow!
us! Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
Okay, good. Infinite bullets.
Suffer from despair.
Oh, thank God, we don't have to reload.
You suck!
Now we do.
So uncool!
Oh, because you were using
Unbearable!
Ah!
Hope is a joke. Who are you? Would you like to die?
Okay, she's out of negative time.
Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Good Lord.
From despair.
I just love despair.
Suffer from despair.
God, this is awful.
So uncool. You dare to stand against us?
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
As long as it's just like this, I can handle it.
Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck.
You're gonna start using negative time any minute now.
Well, I should be full.
Unbearable.
Hey, enough with the bear puns, you.
Cute.
Are you? Would you like to die?
Dang, this is going forever!
Gross.
Right?
Suffer from despair.
Despair and
Hope keeps
I
on
should have let her go, though. Woo!
Woo, good job. That was the toughest one.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to give up.
Yeah!
I refuse to throw it all away.
Yeah.
I refuse to despair.
Yes!
Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on?
What's happening?
Screw you.
Dang, on that last part we got a B.
Oh, well, you know.
I'm kind of surprised we didn't get massively penalized for the game over. though.
Right?
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
I agree.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, Billy.
It does look like we've reached the end of the episode.
My God, it's just we only have so much time!
Ultimate cliffhanger!
Your cruelty knows no bounds.
One last bit of despair before you can have your hope.